poems today. All of them are about quilts. The first one's titled Crazy Quilt. Stitching together the bits and pieces left lying around, she made a life of the crazy quilt leftovers, taking scrap and turning it into something beautiful. Her sister died in childbirth, leaving a motherless toddler. Too little to be left alone, too young for school. The sweet little girl became the daughter she never had. Her sweetheart was killed in a senseless battle. His younger brother was looking for a wife. When her own mother was called home too soon to finish her mothering, a widowed aunt stepped in. Over the years, as need arose, somebody arrived to answer that need and stayed to become part of her life. Somehow, all these disappointing leftovers became a beautiful whole. When asked, "What's that wool khaki?" or "Whose red velvet dress was this?" she smiled. "I just gathered up what was available and in my spare time put it all together. Somehow the pieces just seemed to fit." Now she sits by a window, the quilt across her lap. She can't see colors in the dim light, but her hands can feel the textures of a life pieced together from scraps. My other two poems are loosely based on this book, which is called Hidden in Plain View. And it's about the folklore that says that certain quilt blocks were used by the conductors on the Underground Railway to send signals. And there was a code based on these different quilt blocks. And my poems are based on material taken from this book. According to the book, the quilt blocks used were monkey wrench, wagon wheel, bear's paw, crossroads, log cabin, shoe fly, bow ties, double wedding rings, flying geese, drunkard's path, and follow the stars. This is the poem that's based on those. Getting ready to ride that railroad. Don't you throw no monkey wrench in the works. Just give a turn on this wagon wheel. Keep your head down and your mouth shut. We're heading to Canada on a bear's trail. Once we reach the crossroads, we look for a cabin dug in the ground. You gotta learn to be quiet, boy. Out on the road, you can't make a sound. Up there in Pennsylvania, I hear tell, where we'll be going by and by, them abolitioners will treat you right. We'll be eating ham and shoe fly pie. We'll be all dressed up to go to church in hats and gloves, bow ties and things. 'Cause then your mammy and your daddy will get married, exchange wedding rings. We'll be flying north like the geese, making a trail across heaven's dome. Stay off the drunkard's path, you hear, and follow the stars home. This next poem was based on information taken from the book about the value that families placed on the quilts. That the quilts that were made, especially those by the slaves and poor people, were often made of inferior used materials, and even though they might be beautifully made, they weren't valued. So this is about why one of those quilts might have been valued and why that value was not apparent to everyone. "Why do you want this old thing, Mama? It's been through the wash too many times. Throw it away. Get a new one, Mama. One that's fresh and not full of grime. See how faded it's gotten, Mama? It shouldn't hang here on the wall. Let's get something new to put there, Mama. You can hardly see the pattern at all. See, this used to be flowered, Mama. Wasn't that a dress of mine? I remember wearing it, Mama. Daddy said I looked really fine. What's this old blue and flower piece, Mama? Wasn't that from Grandma May's? Throw that old thing out, Mama. It's seen better days. And what's this down in the corner, Mama? Some bright thread and a bead? Something stitched in here, Mama, so faded I can hardly read. It says, I think that's right, Mama, a gift to my baby from Granny Doves. On the occasion of her marriage, may she always be covered with love."